Welcome, basketball fans, to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. The NBA season just...
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And the guys checking out DeMar DeRozan here. What can we expect?
Well, he's one of the most explosive finishers in the game. Guys, 6'7", great leaping ability, and can really run the wing in transition.
Yeah, and a strong frame, too, Steve. He can throw it down with the best of them. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Lakers. Back on the road tomorrow. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
Well, what a terrific run they're on. Just making the game look easy right now. And who knows, guys, maybe this is just the tip of the iceberg.
They are definitely striking some fear into the rest of the league, Steve. I mean, other teams are probably already looking ahead on their schedules, hoping they're not going to have to deal with him anytime soon.
Now, here is Lowry. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Red Hot. While recovering. Launches it. And the shot's good from Red Hot. Red Hot's got the first 3 points tonight for the Lakers.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Well, for the Lakers last season, it seemed there was so much... Oh, man, that was unreal. Hard it up.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Lakers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
So often teams that are near the bottom of the East tend to get drummed by the Western Conference teams, and that was the story last season for the Raptors. Had some close games and even a few upsets, but out west they didn't fare very well.
Well, picking up that talk again on the Raptors, teams out west have so many great forwards to deal with that when you try and go up against them with the stretch forward like the Raptors have had, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, particularly rebounding and defensively, Kevin. That's one of the reasons Toronto traded Bargnani to the Knicks in the offseason. They wanted to be a little better in terms of being physical, being more punishing with their post players, and having a better defensive presence.
For the Raptors, they come in off the loss to the Utah Jazz.
Well, they hung in there for a long time in that game, just giving themselves a chance to win at the end. But when it mattered the most, they stumbled.
Yeah, and those are the hardest losses to stomach, guys. I mean, when you play well throughout the game and then get derailed by a few missed opportunities down the stretch, that's painful. Guys, for Kobe Bryant last season, you talk about adversity. I mean, the coaching change, the team struggled, and finally, once they started to get back on track right at the end of the season, he tears his Achilles tendon. Tough break.
These teams don't look like they belong on the same court today.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous to have a double-digit lead this early.
On defense, the Lakers want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And they really got after it defensively throughout that entire game. All the turnovers they forced tell that story.
Yeah, and that was a major factor, Steve. I mean, the more turnovers they cause, the more they seem to rattle those guys.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And Kobe with the block. Here's Red Hot. But finger roll finish at the bucket. Red Hot's got his third basket of the night right there. And for Kobe Bryant, the completely torn Achilles tendon. You wonder if his big minutes contribute. At age 34, he's second in the league, for instance, in minutes played. He averaged almost 46 minutes a game in the 7 games leading up to the injury. And this is a guy that when he is on the floor, high torque at all times.
Well, there's no evidence that playing all those minutes led to the injury. We know that the Lakers were in a huge battle for a playoff spot, so it's easy to see why the coaching staff decided to ride him like that. But it does make you wonder, at his age, was that just too much for him? They keep going down low with the ball, and it results in points. They're having their way in the paint.
And it's resulted in a big early lead, too.
And Gasol sends it back. Pushing it up. Here's Red Hot. The shot from the low post is good. Red Hot's got 13.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Yeah, and you look back to last year, these two teams were very evenly matched. They split the two games that they played.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Kobe with the steal. Here's Red Hot. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Raptors trail by 19. Going back for a second to your comment, Steve, on the standoff these teams played to last year, it may have been an indicator of how closely matched the teams in the middle of both conferences were.
Well, we know these two teams were certainly closely matched.
And they double up Gay. Here's Lowry. Misses and the dry spell continues. Lakers leading by 19 points. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
A short time ago, Mike D'Antoni and I were able to catch up. He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
That's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low. You know, you look at Dwayne Casey prior to coaching the Raptors, he was the assistant for the 2011 champion Dallas Mavericks, and his zone defensive schemes played a huge role in their success.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Toronto. That's good from Red Hot. And Steve, you look at the increasing popularity of zone defense in the NBA. What are your thoughts on it?
I love the zone defense. In fact, I'd like to eliminate the 3-second illegal defense rule. Just let everybody play wherever they want, just like in every other league in basketball around the world. If a team can't attack a 2-3 zone, well, then there's something wrong with them. Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Kaman. Gives him the lead pass, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And let's look now at the group of young players that have been locked in from the charity stripe. Your leading rookie free throw shooters of the past month. Take a look at Red Hot, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic.
Well, he got locked in at the foul line a few weeks back, and he stayed that way ever since.
Well, he's got as smooth a stroke as just about any of the first-year guys. I don't think there's any question about that.
And some very quick points for him on that possession. Red Hot's got 22 points.
Wow, he just keeps rolling. Unreal.
You talk about putting up points in a hurry. I mean, he's got personal spurtability. He can't miss. That's amazing play down in the big boy area, powering that thing down on a much taller defender.
In Toronto, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Another steal. Kaman inside. There's the bucket. Good. Kaman's got his first points of the night.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Now here is Augustine. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Count that one.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Red Hot. It's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, They're a really hard team to beat.
And the Raptors call time here.
Lakers ended up 17-13 against Eastern Conference teams last year, but that wasn't really a dominating effort. Certainly not what you would expect from a playoff team.
Augustine. Hansbrough dishes to Gay. Takes the turnaround Jay. And again, it's Toronto converting. Well, and to make the playoffs in the West, you do need to have a record similar to that of the Lakers against the East. You know, Steve, no team that made the postseason in the West had a record below 500. So the Lakers took care of what they needed to.
Well, you know what's odd, Kevin, is that in the shortened season before, when the Lakers were the cream of the Pacific Division and everything was going well, they only went 500 against the East. So, you know, if they want to bounce back this season, they'll need to not give away games and make sure they keep their out-of-conference record better than 500.
And here's Augustine following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Shots good from Red Hot.
I'll tell you what I love about him. His ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him, he continues to finish at the basket.
And one of his other great qualities, Steve, is his quick trigger off the dribble. I mean, he can get his shot off in an instant, a nanosecond.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Kobe with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Gets it to go. And 11 points for Kobe Bryant.
Defensively, this team is just giving up way too many open looks.
You're exactly right. And to battle back, they've got to shore that defense up.
Well, they played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
For Toronto, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And Young comes over to help. Red hot, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Gasol against Hansbrough. Here's Augustine. Hits the jumper in space. Augustine's got his first 2 points.
Rudy Gay is clearly a player with star potential, guys. He's got size, skill, elite athleticism. He's in his 8th season now, and he's looking to put it all together and make his first All-Star team. This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
And for Rudy Gay, a score, a terrific rebound. He can do it all.
I think for him, it's the little things that will put him over the top. Just better shot selection, you know, better focus defensively, but there's no doubt about it. He's one of the most talented players in the NBA, and that's why Toronto made the trade for him last year.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk clock coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Here's Red Hot. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Another steal. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Great job capitalizing on that steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
The Raptors have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Another steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Come on, are you kidding me? The reverse windmill? Man, you got to have some serious nerves going to that thing.
So he just couldn't help himself. Clark had the space, has the hop flying out.
Oh, if I could do that, I would too, fellas.
Here's Fields, and it's blocked by Kaman. Young passes to Red. Pulls from the top of the key, and it's blocked by Augustine. Richardson with it, picked up by Kobe. Here's Fields. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you've got to continue to go to the well.
Here's Red Hot. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Red Hot's got 41.
You know, from that in-between range, they've actually been the much hotter team.
Well, when you make perimeter shots and knock down those jumpers, it opens up everything else.
Pushes it down to finish the break. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
The Raptors have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. And Fields kicks to Augustine. He feeds it to Fields. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. The shot's good from Red Hot.
Oh, you got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Augustine dishes to Johnson. Fields the pass to Johnson. Sinks that one from the post.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Here's Red Hot. Again, Los Angeles.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Three-pointer Augustine. A rebound by Kobe Bryant. Here's Red Hot. And it's in. Wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And an ideal finish to the quarter for them as he drains it at the buzzer.
Boy, I like the fact he didn't rush it at all. Fantastic shot.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. The Lakers on top, running away with it. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
It's a special new.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
And they set the tone there defensively with their shot blocking. They've been really intimidating down in the paint area.
You know, in the rest of the game, Steve, shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because of what's happened in this quarter.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Lakers. Inside the 7-footers, Gasol and Kaman. Red Hat is out there with Kobe. And it's Young in at the 3, the small forward. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 4th in rebounding, 6th in scoring. And they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Not bad for a team that's got an awful lot of young, talented players.
And this is a team that really relied most heavily on the rebounding numbers that you talked about. I mean, the top 5, they're a team that likes to attack the lane at both ends of the floor, really control the glass on defense and try to pound you inside with the offensive boards.
Johnson kicks to Lowry. Poke loose. Pass to Kobe. Fires from the wing. And he hits the jump shot. Kobe's got 16.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
Yeah, in fact, that's the shot they've used from that range, Clark, to get 8 of their last 10 points.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Gentlemen, Rudy Gay and Kyle Lowry came into the league together as rookies with the Memphis Grizzlies and played 2.5 years together before Lowry was traded to Houston. Now they're reunited on the Raptors. Lowry said, having Rudy coming in, it's really my brother. We hang out together. We do everything pretty much together. He's also excited about what Rudy brings to the team, saying he can create his own shot, a high flyer. He's a big shot guy. He's going to be an all-star. And guys, with Lowry setting the table, he can help make that a reality.
That friendship, such a great foundation for their success. Thanks, Doris. And Ross with the slam.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there. Well, no team likes to have their first-round pick belong to another team. It gets worse when you're a lottery team yourself and you're trying to build your talent base up. But the Raptors' number 12 pick in this summer's draft went to one of the elite teams in Oklahoma City.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Red Hot. Now here is Lowry. Not a lot of room. Day dishes to Lowry. 4 on the shot clock. They get it back. Johnson somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And yes, sir, that one drops. Well, Clark, as you said, the Thunder got the Raptors' first selection this last year. Only the way the Raptors would have been able to hang on to it was, Steve, if they jumped up to the top 3 in the lottery.
And as bad as it might seem for the Raptors to have not had a first, I mean, and it is bad, it was as good as any other time for them to not have a first-round pick because the draft wasn't deep. And the Raptors have a lot of young talent already and that they can make improvement with.
Kaman with the defensive effort. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second.
Ooh, that was awesome.
I know exactly what that was. That was a throwdown.
And how? Stand aside when this man's coming through.
I like it.
That's all you can do. Really, no stopping him when he gets that angle.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
To stop the run, the shot misses. Good defensive work there by Young.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
That is good.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Lakers have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor.
Landry Fields, who last season signed a nice big 3-year contract with the Raptors, but suffered an elbow injury and missed more than a month, and really struggled with his shooting in his return. That's something that he brought to the table as a Knick, and the Raptors were counting on. They're hoping that he can bounce back and be the player he was 2 years ago.
And misses it off the right side of the rim. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. And that one's good.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
And the silver lining when you talk about field shooting, that's never been the strength of his game.
No, he's more of a complimentary player, an excellent rebounder as a wing, smart defender, can guard multiple positions. Just kind of knows how to play and knows how to contribute to a team.
The Lakers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
Well, you look at last season's numbers, guys, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Even Young with the jam. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Right side Lowry, looking to end the run. Rebound the Lakers. Kaman's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And he is still scoreless. It looks like he doesn't even want to be out there.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. Here's Red Hot.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end. That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Los Angeles has gotten off 4 shots from 3-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Kobe attacking, and it's sent back by Day. Lowry kicks to Ross. Rejected by Young, and they'll keep possession. Fields' shot is good. Here's Red Hot. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Toronto. For Toronto, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. And it's Lowry penetrating. Again, Toronto.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Here's Red Hot. Lowry covering. Gasol passes to Kobe. Here's Red Hot. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Valanciunas dishes to Lowry. The rebound by Young. Young's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. The Lakers, number 1.
Seems like their whole team is in a great rhythm from the three-point line right now. They've put on a display from long range.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Tyler Hansbrough is checked in for Austin Day. And it's DeRozan for Terrence Ross.
Quick hands on the steal, quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on deep.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. Gay outside. Oh, good with the triple.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Now they need to shuffle their lineup a little bit. Try to find a combination that works.
Now the dish to Lowry. Rudy Gay on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And it's 8 points for Rudy Gay.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down. Oh, look out.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Another steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Red Hot.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it. And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long. Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
And the Lakers take on 2 more.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired. And that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
Gay, defended by Young. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And that's 10 points for Rudy Gay.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. Now Gay pushing it up. No one back.
Throw down there. Man.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
1:31 left here in the second. Here's Red Hot. Now recovering. And that one's good.
God, he's playing with an edge here, playing extremely well offensively here in the second half.
Toronto's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Red Hot.
Hammer time! Hammer time!
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Gets it to go. 20 points for Kobe Bryant.
They have to give them a lot of credit for the way they forced these turnovers.
Yeah, you do have to give them credit, Steve. I mean, you look up and see how many points they've converted them into, and it's a huge factor in the game right now.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
He just has not been a viable option for them this quarter.
And Kobe throws it down.
Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Gay. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Red Hot. DeRozan with the rebound. Raptors shooting it quite well. 52% from the field in the second quarter. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He would not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Los Angeles shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. That's good from Red Hot. And so here's Toronto. Gay kicks to AC. 1 second left. Keenan with the block. But they'll get another chance. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Lakers on top, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to halftime. I'm your host, Damon Bruce. Out at Staples Center, a lopsided game through 2. The Lakers have been just all over the court. A powerhouse team looking to retain their position atop the conference standings. Red Hot having himself a big-time game. He's absolutely exploded, racking up the points, and it's been a good overall defensive game for him. He's brought a nice intensity to the floor in this one. For the Raptors, they haven't been as good early on. Their three-point shooting has been nowhere to be found. It's really hurt them offensively. That's why they're behind. A slow go so far from Kyle Lowry. Everything's been rimming out for him. He's got to be frustrated. And let's check out what else is happening around the NBA. The Thunder have the lead out in Oklahoma City against Philadelphia. 6 points is the difference as they're up in the third. Thanks for tuning in. Now back to the action in Los Angeles.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now we return to the action here at the Staples Center in the heart of downtown L.A.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Red Hot. He's now up to 51 points and a ridiculous number of steals.
How about this stat, guys? He's actually scored more than half their points all by himself.
Well, this could go beyond the double team situation, fellas. Maybe they need to triple team this guy.
L.A. has gone along perfectly from three-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. DeRozan and Gay fill the wings. Tyler Hansbrough out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position.
He's one of the elite scorers in league history, able to create space for his shot with unbelievable footwork and ball handling ability, fundamentals, and, of course, unfazed by an aggressive defender.
Well, he's used to being the focal point of a defense, so that doesn't bother him at all. Never phases him. it also doesn't faze him when he misses shots. He always believes he's a shot away from going on a run, and he's always hungry for buckets.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Red Hot. Non-stop scoring machine here. 6 to shoot. Lowry brings the double. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
They get a hand on it. The feed to DeRozan. He passes to Lowry. And that is good. Lowry's got his second basket of the night. LA's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7.
You know, after the Rudy Gay trade sent Jose Calderon, Kyle Lowry said that now the Raptors were his team. And while that might be debatable, he's clearly got the talent to run a team at the point guard position.
Out to DeRozan. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. And the Lakers take it the other way. Back to Kyle Lowry. A good pass. He's an amazing rebounder for a 6-foot-tall guard.
He's physical, doesn't mind throwing his weight around. He's confident. You can see how aggressive he is offensively, always looking to draw contact and get to the free throw line.
And it's the Lakers on the break. And Gasol slams it in.
Impressive play there. They have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Lowry up top. Will it go? No good. Good defensive work there by Young. For Los Angeles, they've gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. The shot's good from Red Hot.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow him down.
Kicks it to Hansbrough. And it's sent back by Kaman. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. DeRozan, a screen on Gasol. Here's Gay. And the Raptors miss again.
Their offense seems completely out of sync here. They're on the wrong end of a big run.
And then at the other end, it's been bucket after bucket after bucket, giving up a huge run here. You know, it appeared to be another season where the Raptors would be near the bottom of the league, but while the terms rock bottom and embarrassing floated around, they made some moves and were able to go on a run to climb towards the middle of the pack.
Well, we all know the trade for Rudy Gay, the major move coming last season for the Raptors. They were able to get a look at the playoff scenario at times. And, you know, Steve, it looked like they were much more competitive down the stretch.
Yeah, this is a team that has struggled the last few years, but I think that spark near the end of the regular season gives them hope. And now it's time to start that climb, get back into the playoffs, and continue to build and become an excellent NBA franchise because they have the potential to do so.
Kobe, the pass to Red Hot. Doubled by DeRozan. Dishes it to Gasol. Red Hot shoots it up. That's good on the jump shot. Red Hot's got 15 points in just the second half.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor. Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time. The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
Look at his teammates. They're just shaking their heads. I mean, he must have told them to look out for that one. Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Lowry with the ball. Now defended by Red Hot. Shot to stop the drought. And Kyle Lowry with the three. Lowry's got 7.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Red Hot. Passes it to Kobe. Gasol. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got assist number 5 here tonight.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
It's a great formula. And it's really a...
Already shaken. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
Another steal. Here's Red Hot.
Man, what a play.
And he throws it down hard with one hand. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys. Wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
Rosen dishes to Hansbrough. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Red Hot. Now recovering. Back to Kobe. This one for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Feeds it to Hansbrough. Lowry. They need this. A rebound by Young. Young's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He has not been on his game. And, you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Gasol kicks to Keenan. The kick out to Young. He dishes it to Kobe. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Gets it to go. Gasol's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par.
And Lowry gets it to go.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Here's Red Hot. Lowry with the block. Gay outside. He kicks it to Lowry. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Red Hot. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
Another steal. Leads him in there. Gasol. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Gasol's got 8.
You know, offensively, his quarter has been perfect. Not a single missed shot. They've got to keep riding him.
And it's the Lakers on the break. By himself. It's not possible what we just thought. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish, even.
Doubled by DeRozan. Young passes to Red Hot. Kobe goes in. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Just 5 to shoot. That is good.
They don't need much of anything else the way he's scoring the ball out there.
Toronto's gone 1 of 4 on 3-point shots here in the third. Now here's Lowry. Guarded close. Hansbrough, that's good.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Back to Young. And stolen by Gay. And there's the pass to DeRozan. Hansbrough. And that one's good. Hansbrough's got 4 points this quarter.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Tyler Hansbrough, a physical player, came out of North Carolina, is really good at drawing fouls in bunches, even in limited playing time.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. DeRozan dishes to Lowry. Pass to Gay. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Gasol's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Now here is Lowry. He's covered closely. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Red Hot. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Windmill that baby home. That's how to throw it down with the flourish, guys.
And he does it on the reverse just for good measure. Wow, what showmanship.
Man, is that fun.
The Raptors shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Lowry with the ball. Now defended by Red Hot. Lowry kicks to Hansbrough. And it's good. Hansbrough's got 8.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this sport.
Kobe, the pass to King. Here's Red Hot. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Their backcourt is phenomenal, Kevin. Absolutely phenomenal. That's why they've been given the green light every time they touch the ball.
Another steal. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. There's down the breakaway slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark Power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. He feeds it to Hansbrough. Gay. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Gay's got 18 points in the game.
You don't see the wide open fadeaway shot too often.
Red Hot. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
When you're hot, you're hot. This is unbelievable.
Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And let's bring up a list of some of the NBA's hottest players. Among shooting guards, these are the leading scorers over the course of the last month. Number 1, Kobe Bryant.
Possibly the single most dangerous player in the NBA right there. A machine at the offensive end. So hard for any defense to deal with.
And, Steve, what makes him special is his ability to score from anywhere and everywhere on the court, inside, outside. You have to keep tabs on him at all times, and even then, he can hurt you.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Gay dishes to Lowry. And the layup falls. Lowry's got 9 points now in just the second half. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Gasol. Pass to Keenan. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Keenan's got his second bucket of the night.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
And they double up Gay. There's the dish to Valanciunas. Rebound the Lakers. Keenan's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
Lowry for 3. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Los Angeles on top, running away with this one. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
It's a special New Year's Eve NBA celebration. Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder go up against the Charlotte Bobcats. The East against the West. Be there.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know.
You know, it wasn't a surprise that the Raptors struggled on the road. Most young teams do. They were 13-28 as the visiting team. They did end the year looking a lot more dangerous on the road than they started, though.
Inside the 7-footers, Gasol and Keenan. Kobe is out there with Red Hot, and it's Young in at the small forward. That's the Laker 5. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't
come
remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw one.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Well, Clark, you were talking about the Raptors' struggles on the road. They didn't have the best road record at the end of the season, as you said, but, Steve, they did show some bite with their play.
You know, one of the interesting stats from the Raptors last year is they actually scored more points on the road than they did at home, and that rarely happens in the NBA. But I think the big thing with Toronto, their defense has to improve more than anything else.
Off the inbound pass, and Kobe lays it in. Kobe's got 30 points.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effective.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse. Well, the defense has been consistently slow in transition. That's why you see this big differential in fast break points.
Yeah, you know, you want to be aggressive offensively, but you got to have defensive floor balance, and you can't leave yourself exposed like that over and over again. He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd, and it is not a favorable one, let's say.
I'll tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
Gasol kicks to Young. Red hot. 6 on the shot clock. And another 3 for the Lakers.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, and that's fine as long as you're making them, but make sure you don't start launching bad shots. That's a problem. He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Doubled by Richardson. Kanan defended by Acy. Young outside. Lakers passing it around. Fires the 3. And Kobe the bucket with the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
They're starting to give him a little too much space here in the second half. That's his third three-pointer since the break.
Shot's good. 8 points now for Terrence Ross.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
There's the 3. The shot's good from Red Hot.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
It's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? I mean, they're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Doubled by Richardson. Now the feed to Kobe. 11 feet away. Gasol passes to Red Hot. There's the triple. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
They are wreaking havoc on them with the three-point shot here.
Lazy perimeter defense, Clark. You got to take the shooter's airspace away from him.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Look now at the Raptors' upcoming schedule. They can look forward to the Oracle Arena after this game to match up against Golden State. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
A lot of good games going on today, guys. And tell you one, the one that has my eye is the Golden State matchup.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And another basket for the Lakers.
This is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
Augustine from outside. A rebound by Young. Young's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter. Great second half. I mean, he came out of that locker room ready to play. You know, it seems to me Nick Young is the perfect guy to have coming off the bench because he's a volume shooter and scorer who can get hot in a hurry. But I think his best role is to play him kind of in a Jamal Crawford type role.
Going back to Nick Young, Clark, mostly a scorer.
He sure is, Kevin, an athletic 6'7" wing. I don't think there's any reason he can't be a plus rebounder and defender, but it's clear that...
Wow, that was unbelievable.
Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that.
Old school time now. He broke to the rack, Kevin.
That is raw power, Clark. Raw, unbridled power.
And this place is shaking.
Here's Red Hot. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Yet another bucket in tight for him. That's how he's earning his points today.
Another steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. The finish, and he bangs it home with one hand. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
The Raptors have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. All alone. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Climbing the ladder for the 360. That's major bounce right there.
Yeah, Clark, he was sky high on the finish.
It was just a beautiful blend of athleticism, coordination, and confidence.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Back to Young. Outside, Kobe. Clock at 6. And again, it's the Lakers.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
Toronto's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Ross. Johnson the screen. And again, Toronto no up.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
Ross gets a screen from Johnson, looking to end the drought. And he overshot that one, missing.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
They get it back. Passes it to Red. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
He's had a big half from beyond the arc. When he's this hot, the green light doesn't get much green.
Another steal. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Well, it feels like they're starting to pick up the...
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Austin Day, he's checked in for Quentin Richardson.
Well, let's start with the positive and the Lakers postseason. They did make it. That's all that can be said. Is their dramatic passing of Utah and the Rockets down the stretch to take the 7th seed was really the lone highlight of what would be a quick exit from the playoffs game.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Ross kicks to Augustine. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Going back to the Lakers, swept in 4 straight by the Spurs, and none of the games really that close. Spurs, Steve, just dominated them, and every sense of the word, injuries didn't help either.
No, they didn't help, but, you know, the Spurs just outplayed whoever was on the floor for L.A. And I think a lot of people thought the Spurs would be a good first-round matchup for the Lakers, but that notion was quickly squashed. San Antonio just totally dominant. He's not a guy they're going to be able to count on the way he's playing in this quarter.
Toronto's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's the break. Here's Red Hot and the powerful one-handed slam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities, that's what it's all about.
Here's Ross. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And here's Los Angeles. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Gasol, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Knocked away. Young with the steal. Goes up. Oh!
Power punch right there.
Oh, great. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
This is the day. Toronto working the ball around now. Augustine, that's good.
These guys know each other well, clearly, because that was a beautiful pass.
And the Lakers have possession. Here's Red Hot, and there's another one for the Lakers.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
Feeds it to Ross. Shot is no good, and it's the Lakers the other way. Here's Red Hot.
What a huge play.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
That drops.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Again, Los Angeles.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
Augustine with it, picked up by Kobe. And Young comes over to help. Augustine dishes to Johnson. He passes to Ace. He kicks to Day. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. On the clock. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Red Hot, and it's blocked by Day. With the lead pass. Can't hit.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Well, that's a wrap, fellas. There's no way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Ross kicks to Augustine. He dishes it to Ross. The pass to Augustine. Came in with the defensive effort.
He's got to contribute. He's got to produce if his team's going to get back in it in this quarter.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands. That's doing some skyscraping.
And we're talking about a point guard there, Kevin. He can really raise up.
A flashy pass, monster dunk, whatever it is. I mean, this guy's got the versatility to do it.
Augustine against Young. Augustine no luck. They have been really controlling this one.
Well, now's not the time to get complacent, though, Kevin. You've got to continue to put your foot on the gas pedal.
Kobe with it, now defended by Ross. Right side Gasol. Young outside, pass to Kobe. Fires from deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him.
AC the pass to Augustine. He feeds it to Ross. And again, Toronto no luck. Their offense is really clicking.
Boy, and it's not hard to see them adding more points to this run right now.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. TJ Augustine picks one up. The Raptors making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now here is Augustine. Defense is right there. By himself.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible. Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Steve, I thought those fans, those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of positive energy in the building.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Red Hot.